Well, it happened. Donald Trump got indicted for it 1, 2, 3, 4th time. Ow! Yeah, I need to get some Costco champagne or something. Whatever Rudy's drinking, give me some of that. I don't want to feel anything. No, but the RICO case out of Georgia is coming down. Obviously, this is in Fulton County from DA Fani Willis, whose name I think I've been pronouncing Fani. And I'm sorry, because I guess that's the MAGA way, but sorry. Anyway, so it has arrived, and there's just some fun tidbits that I want to go through, Lola. But first, here is Fani Willis describing the indictment, which, by the way, these indictments came down from a grand jury. So not necessarily from her, but from this jury.
Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment, charging 19 individuals with violations of Georgia law arising from a criminal conspiracy to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election in this state. The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long. Please remember that everyone charged in this bill of indictment is presumed innocent.
Sure, yes, presumed.
Totally innocent.
All of there's like this 97. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got like a fourth of the way through and I was like, yeah. Same shit. But no, it is a lot of calls asking state legislators to try and send alternate slates of electors, to call assembly meetings. A lot of putting the squeeze on a bunch of mofos, and 19 people in total. Again, this is a RICO case. And so they are basically all included in all of these charges. This is not like you get this, you get that. It's like all of these things. I believe that's how it works. And she called them out by name, which was very funny. It was like Rudolph. Like it was like Rudolph, Penelope. It's not Penelope. But
I want to call him Rudolph. We should only call him Rudolph.
It should be Rudolph, Penelope, Louis, Giuliani. The middle one's like Alexander or something like that. Which is like, first of all, the best middle name is Robinette. Like, we know Biden has the best middle names, which is funny because like everyone else tries, but Biden Robinette. Joe Robinette Biden. That's how names work. That's the best name.
I didn't know that name. I didn't know that was his middle name. Wow, it's pretty good.
I mean, he's got them beat. Also, he is oversees a massive crime family, much bigger than Trump's. But anyway, so this is what it was. 97 pages, a lot of unindicted co-conspirators, not named, but mentioned, meaning these were probably people who cooperated. They were cooperating witnesses. And again, they have so many incidents of conspiracies to, defraud the American people, to forgery, to stealing voter data, to stealing machines. That was the work of Sidney Powell. And then that Misty Hampton figure, who's a former election supervisor in Coffee County, where we saw there was video of that. Kathy Latham, this bitch was on her fucking phone, like playing Candy Crush while like dudes were just taking out like computers, like it was all good. She basically let everyone into that Coffee County, like voting state, like office, basically.
Ruby Freeman, right? The interfering, the election worker stuff.
Yes. Defaming and like inciting all kinds of violence, telling lies about Ruby Freeman and her daughter. So like they got a lot of stuff. There was a lot going on. This is crazy. And what's crazy about this is that like we knew a lot of it already, and like, for example, this was just funny because it was like Act 32, part of the indictment. On or about the 6th day of December, 2020, everything's on or about a certain day. which, by the way, they had a terrible holiday season. Like, you read the indictment, you're like, God, fuck, eat some fucking turkey. Donald Trump tweeted, "Gee, what a surprise. Has anyone informed the so-called says he has no power to do anything Governor Brian Kemp, GA, that his puppet Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan, GA, that they could easily solve this mess and win signature verification and call a special session? So easy. This was an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy." It was. This was an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy. You just laid it out right there. We're going to call a special session. We're going to overturn the will of the Georgia voters. We're going to do it right there. Like, it's not like he was hiding, Lola.
He was not hiding. And also, can we just talk about how caused to be tweeted is my favorite phrase? He caused to be tweeted. It's so good.
Which is like, what does that mean? Like, he didn't actually tweet it? Was this not like from the source, or he?
We know.
But it's also like a little bit of a dig at, like, at least she didn't say cause to be X'd, formerly caused to be tweeted.
No.
Did you re-X my ex, bro? What the X are you talking about? All right, I'm done. So right, these are things that he was openly talking about. My favorite part also is that all of these fools, all of them now, they're not a squad. They're not the team. They're not, a basket of deplorables, as she said. They're an enterprise, people. Hell yeah. The criminal organization constituting an enterprise, as that term is defined in the OCGA 1614-33, that is, a group of individuals associated. In fact, the defendants and other members and associates of the enterprise had connections and relationships with one another and with the enterprise. The enterprise is constituted an ongoing organization whose members and associates functioned as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the enterprise. The enterprise operated in Fulton County, Georgia, elsewhere in the state of Georgia, in other states, including but not limited to Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and the District of Columbia. The enterprise operated for a period of time sufficient to permit its members and associates to pursue its objectives of overturning an election.
They always seemed like mobsters, talked like mobsters, acting like mobsters, and now they're getting treated like mobsters with the law, and it makes me very happy.
Yeah, same. I feel like they're gonna like put this on their LinkedIn though, or like, actually, I'm part of the Trump
enterprise.
So no big deal. Like, Jenna Ellis already updated her business cards. Jenna Ellis was also indicted. In fact, the meeting where I think it was in Pennsylvania, she and Rudy are presenting, their case to the public, and in which he like farted and she kind of like made a set face like that. That's also documented in the indictment. It's very fun, very, very fun. Apparently, however, because this is in Georgia, this is not a federal case. This is in Georgia. That means there will be mugshots, people. And here is the Fulton County Sheriff explaining that.
We are following our normal practices. And so it doesn't matter your status. We have mugshots ready for you.
There was a little smile there if you're just listening. Doesn't matter your status. We have mugshots waiting for you.
Hell yeah.
All of them. That's 19 mugshots in total.
And this is the first time they're all getting, this is the first time it's not just Trump, right? The co-conspirators are also being charged.
Absolutely. These are all 19 of them. This is that RICO case. I mean, look, one of the most damning parts of the indictment is what I referenced earlier, but the unlawful breach of election equipment in Georgia and elsewhere. Members of the enterprise, including several defendants, corruptly conspired in Fulton County, Georgia, and elsewhere to unlawfully access secure voting information and voter data. They stole data, including ballot images, voting equipment, software, personal information. Stolen data was then distributed to other members of the enterprise, including members in other states. And that's in reference to Coffee County, which, as I mentioned earlier, Kathy and Misty and all those fools were at, which was 70% Republican. Lola, like, they already won. Like, what are you gonna do? Why? You realize how elections? Do you know how elections work? Like, so, but it was interesting through the indictment. You see the calls that were made to Pennsylvania, okay, the calls that were made to Nevada, the calls that were made to Arizona, like all of the swing states, all of the ways, all of the gears, all of the pressure, and none of it bore out. To say nothing of, guys, remember 42 lawsuits that the enterprise lost. All right, Deep Space Loser. That's a fucking, sorry, I don't know, Starship Enterprise. I don't watch Star Trek.
Me neither.
Yeah, but
Sounds right.
I feel like I will get into it. I just need mono. You know what I mean? If you just give me mono or COVID for another time, I'll watch it.
I did get into it one season when I was super sick and sleeping in the bathroom every night, and it was great.
Exactly. That's how I got into, well, the pandemic got me into Downton, and I was like, why have I been sleeping on this show that my mom knows more about than me?
So good.
It's the best. So anyway, the other thing, Mehdi Hassan of MSNBC or Peacock reminding us that state crimes cannot be pardoned by a president in DC, meaning if Trump is elected, he can't pardon any of this shit. And also in Georgia, even the GOP governor lacks the power to pardon. And just for fun, he writes, trials are televised in Georgia. So we're going to see a lot of tears.
I mean,
and
the fact... No, you go. Yep.
Oh, I was just going to say, Fani has about she's looking at 6 months for the start of this trial, this RICO case.
The fact that it would have to potentially be coming from the state in order for a president to not pardon himself is so wild. Anyone could just pardon themselves of a crime unless it's charged by the state. It just makes no sense.
Well, when you elect the goodest of all Americans, Lola, then they become, all the bad goes away.
Right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. That's, Jesus was a sinner. I mean, I haven't read that book lately, but I believe when he became the top sinner, he became the Messiah.
Totally makes sense. Yeah,
absolutely. Anyway, we will see. This is huge. The group chat. I mean, the group chat must be lit over. The Enterprise's group chat must be so just like fucking just angry gifs, you know?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of like head explode emojis.
Do you think they have a group chat? It must be too scary to have a group chat at this moment in time. But I want to see it if it's there.
No, the group chat is just a massive like Russian roulette. Like everyone's wearing a fucking wire. No one is taking anyone's lunch dates. Just like, so how about that indictment? Wow, it's crazy. They had that one phone call. I don't own a phone. What are you talking about? Like they're just, oh my God. The circular firing squad is going to be incredible. Obviously, Trump is saying he has some alternate report that's going to be presented very soon that's going to exonerate everybody. But we will see. The most
truth we've ever seen.
Oh, the truthiest truth. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.